All right. Happy Sunday, everybody. Big waves out there. Good to see you. Come on, get them up, get them up. It'll make you smile. All right. Good to see everybody. And we've got a great call lined up for you tonight. And I'm going to get right into it. But, well, I should say before I do, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping. I want everybody to be able to kind of plan your week. Okay. I'm an advocate for you got to plan your work and then work your plan. And so one of the things I want to direct everybody's attention to is Rick Redford. His call is now changed to one call a week, and it happens on Monday night. He's got a power hour on Monday night, and that call starts. Let me double check. I'm always in different time zones, so I got to double check what I say. So that call will start at 8 p.m. Central Time Zone. You should be getting a text tomorrow to forward out to your team, but that's a power hour with the area president, Rick Redford, sharing with you all that's going on, and it's just a great way to keep your team plugged in. So he's moved everything down to one call, and he'll do that tomorrow night. So a lot of recognitions going on. Guys, congratulations to you. We're breaking ranks. I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm actually still on the road, and I've been on the road for the last week, and I'll tell you what, blown away with the amount of people. Really, when this opportunity gets in front of somebody and they can see the whole story behind New Age, they're in. They're in. It's one of those things they don't want to not lock their spot and be a part of. And so you could just get on New Age RX Nation and see the enrollments that are happening. And you go, how's that happening? Well, that's because people are getting in front of people and sharing with them the whole story of what this company is doing and where it's going. And for the price of a kid's Xbox, why would you miss it? Why would you second guess it? So it's a special time to be a part of this company. But tonight I've got a power pack lineup. You're going to hear to kick off the call from a lady from Louisiana. And but then as we go through this, tonight's going to be it's going to be training on how to. Raise your hand if you would like to know a tool that you can easily use. And tonight I'm going to give you that tool. Tonight I'm going to give you that tool that you're going to be able to take away and put away in your Facebook Messenger, or you're going to be able to take that tool and put away in your text message, and everybody you come in contact with, you can put that tool in their hands. It's a business card that is mobile. Okay? It's the best way I can describe it. If you want a business card that's mobile, and tools, why are they special? Here's why I want to tell you they're special. And this is why you want to stay all the way through the call tonight. Imagine if you had this tool that was so easy to use, so easy to put in front of people, that Vince Green decided this year that he was going to go on a tear. And everybody that crossed his path, he was going to put this tool in front of them. And let's say that he got to the end of the year, and at the end of the year, he put 50,000 people through the tool. Now, didn't say they had to sign up, didn't say they had to enroll, but 50,000 people went into the tool. And inside of that tool, only 10% of them actually viewed the tool. That's 5,000 people. And out of those 5,000 people, once they got in and he got to corresponding with them inside of the tool, only 10% of them placed an order as a customer or a brand representative, a brand partner. That's 500 new people that Vince Green personally enrolled in his business personally. Now, what happens if 500 people, okay, what happens if 500 people go gold in this company? That's 2,000 new reps, 2,000 brand partners. What happens if 2,000 brand partners spend $150 a month here? That's $5 a day. That's $300,000 in orders coming in Vince Green's business every month. And he's making about 7.5% of that. You can do the math. That's a lot of money. It's over $200,000 a year of income. You go, Brent, how do you break down numbers? Because that is the business. If you get network marketing, it's all about numbers. So many people focus on yeses and nos and all this stuff, when if you will just consistently go through numbers, it'll lead you to success. So, and a lot of people doubt that. And here's what I tell them. I do it every day. I'm not the best. I'm not the brightest. I'm not the best speaker. But at the end of the day, if you just keep forward and go through numbers every day, the wins will take care of itself. So in saying that, we're going to give you something tonight that you're going to be able to use and how to use it. But I want to touch base back to one lady out of the state of Louisiana that has grown a phenomenal business over the years in this industry and is now at New Age. And now at New Age, and she's here and she's building a business. She's bringing in new people. But I really wanted to bring Tonya Phipps on tonight from Louisiana and talk to her a little bit. So Tonya, can you hear me okay?
Okay, now it's unmuted. Okay, yes, I can hear you great. How are you?
Okay, I'm going to try to tag me and Tonya in this post if we can. If we can bring me and Tonya up together real quick. Tonya, good to see you tonight. Congratulations for what you and your team are doing right now. But I really wanted to bring you on, spend 5 minutes talking to you a little bit about the power of events. And before we get into this, if we can, bring me and Tonya up together. The power of events. And for a lot of people, they're thinking, well, he's going to talk about the Destiny event, or he's going to talk about this certain event. The power of events, the power of getting together with people, finding a way to get together with people. This industry is all about relationships. This industry is all about, if she can do it, I can do it. If he can do it, I can do it. It's all about stories. It's all about me believing in someone else until I get there. And Tonya, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what happened to you back years ago in this industry. Not years ago, but less than 10 years ago in this industry. Now, we could go into it. A lot of people's heard your story. You got involved in this industry. You walked in one night. Your son and your husband was rolling coins.
Yes.
Because he lost his job. I mean, he was in a situation where, and then I think today about the things in the world today and people getting laid off and the, you know, all that's went on over the last couple of weeks, just in people's job security. That's kind of where y'all were at, and you got started in the industry. But then you had a chance to go to an event. You had a chance to get belly button to belly button with people and hear stories. Tonya, I want to turn it over to you and let you share kind of what happened at that point.
Thank you, Brent, for asking me to be on the call. And guys, you know, events, they mean a lot. And I am going to tell you what happened to us. And it really started whenever I walked in and my husband was rolling coins. And within less than 6 months' time, guys, we surpassed his offshore income. But we did have blinders on. So what happened is we went to an event and my husband caught on fire and he loved it. And we came home and he started sharing, I started sharing, and we started building. But, you know, it was not going as fast as we wanted it to. But guys, it's kind of like this. When it finally ignites and you find the right people, it's kind of like you're in the corner of the field and you light that fire and the whole field lights on fire. That's what happened to us. When we went, I got excited. Leo was excited. We was telling people and said, you can't miss this event. You can't miss this. And I had a couple friends that went. And in the room, it was going to be about the size that the room is going to be in Destin. But when I left my house that probably Friday to go to the event, I looked at my volume and I had 6,000 points in volume. That was it, 6,000. But I was excited and I was bringing a couple people with me. When we left there on a Sunday. When we got home on Monday, the people that we brought with us, they saw it because they were in the room. And being in the room means a lot. And they started working. They started working. Now, granted, let me tell you the dates. The dates was March the 13th and 14th for the event. On the 15th, we started working. We started putting people in. They started putting people in. They started sharing with their team. And we went from 6,000 in volume on March the 14th. And March the 31st at midnight, we hit 50,000 in volume because a couple of people saw it with their own eyes. Now, we were excited. We just kept building and kept building and kept building. By April the 15th, we had hit 100,000 in volume the same year, only 15 days later. So from a month, from March the 14th to April the 15th, we had grown from, we had grown from 6,000 to 100,000. When that month ended, April the 30th, which was my birthday, we had 187,000 points in volume. So to say that you can't do it in a short amount of time, you can. All you need is to bring a couple people with you and they see the vision. But guys, being in that room, what I was just telling some of my friends a few minutes ago, I said, being in the room right now is going to mean something big because you're going to be able to rub elbows with the leaders. You're going to be able to take pictures and get close and personal. 2 to 3 years from now, we're not going to have that luxury. Only the big guys are going to be able to see the owners. Only the big guys are going to be the ones that can say, you know, I get to be in the room with the leaders. So take advantage of this right now, because if you are in the room and you catch fire and you bring about 3 or 4 people with you and you all catch fire and you go back and you really start moving, the sky's the limit. You can do it. This is the event. This is not an event. This is the event. And like I was saying a few minutes ago, I love that this is going to be everybody's final destination company.
Tonya, thanks so much. And what you said was so valuable because, you know, you're talking about in less than a half a month. I mean, you put 44,000 in product volume through your business because belief went up.
Yes.
But belief went up not only in yourself, but in your team, because you worked to get your team there, belly button to belly button in. And so we got a lot of people in Canada that's sitting out there that can't necessarily get to the Destiny event, but what can you do? What kind of, even if it's got to be online, like what can you do to create that event atmosphere where you can funnel your team to? And Tonya, right now, you're doing that inside of your team. Before we turn it over to the next person, and thank you for your time. Congratulations for all you're for everything you and your team's doing right now, business building efforts. But what are you doing to get your team there? Like, you know, are you making calls? Are you diving down into your group? Like, what are you doing to win back your team to get them and build for this event?
Of course, I'm reaching out. Yes. You know, social media is huge. And so if you are on social media, I know right now it's kind of in a because of everything going on, but social media is still there and it's not going anywhere. And I was telling my friend the other day, I said, you know, my grandfather went from horse and buggy and saw a man being put on the moon in his lifetime. Things are not going to go backwards. We're not going back to horse and buggy days. It's going social media. So get in the platform, talk in your back office, in your social media, in Messenger, and get to know your people that's on your team. Reach out to them, be friendly, and learn who they are, because when you learn about them, then they know you care and they are more willing to go with you and you become friends. And social media, use your social media to draw people in to you and to what you are doing, because when you draw people in, then you have, number one, you have bigger friends, you have more family, you have more. And so do things to draw people into you, and you take the time and learn about people and let them know you care and share with them. Reach out and let them know, you know, we may not be able to be there at this event, but we're going to create our own event where we can go in Canada. We're going to create our own event in Italy. We're going to create our own event to where we can go in. And you know, it does mean a lot to be in the room and being in the room and seeing it and feeling all the atmosphere. But if you can't do that, make small groups and bring them in, and Zoom and bring everybody else in different small groups.
Tonya, thanks so much. Thanks for your time tonight and so many words of wisdom there. Appreciate you. And we'll see you in Destin, Florida.
I'll be there, brother.
All right. We'll zoom back out to everybody. And I want to move it over right now so we're going to get into this. Okay. So Tonya really set it up with relationships. She was talking about, you know, using social media to create relationships, right? Interactions, working with people, creating dialogue. And one of the things I want to talk to you about tonight is we're going to set you up before the end of this call with something exactly that you can take around with you every day to plug people into. Every day. So at the last event, the Destiny event, we created 2 Facebook groups, Transformational Health Styles and Transformational Lifestyles. And these 2 Facebook groups was meant to do 2 things. And we knew it was going to be a work in progress. We knew it was going to take some time to build it up. But let me tell you, Transformational Health Styles especially, so many people are converting people into customers on that page. Now, tonight we're going to step you through how to utilize these 2 pages, but also how you can help us in these 2 pages. And then I'm going to bring on, so the first person I'm going to bring on is Andrea Rosser to talk to us about how we can make these 2 pages better, okay? And these 2 pages are centered around just you and the ability to convert prospects over into brand partners and customers. So Andrea Rosser, I'm going to let you kind of real quick bring up, as you can see, Transformational Health Styles, okay? Now, if you're not a member of this page, tonight's the night. Tonight's the night to go become a member of Transformational Health Styles, okay? And as we scroll up through here, you're going to see in Transformational Health Styles, you're going to see that you got the ability to look through and see testimonials. Okay. We're going to scroll up through. Got questions. So, all right, here's one right here. Working full-time as a criminal defense lawyer in Michigan, I began using the transformation pack and over 6 months have lost 85 pounds. Vince Green. So here's a beautiful opportunity. And I'm not going to tell you because I'm going to bring Kristal Vance and Ashley Paulsen on in just a minute. But this page is designed to involve people in transformational stories so that you can tag your prospects into this. And also, it's meant to involve them and let them be a part of a community, learning how to use recipes to make food. Okay, you go, how do I find these recipes? We're going to show you right now. You go to units, you click on units. And as recipes are added to this page, we have a recipes section. If you scroll down through there, recipes and food ideas, we've got recipes going on right here. But we've also got videos. As you can see, we got a lot of recipes getting added. But we got Tammy Motby's doing a lot. Her and Erica, it's unbelievable. But so many people, Tammy Crumwitty, so many people are doing recipes. We also have Dr. Strand doing a video. We got a lot of videos about our products on here. We got PDFs. And I want to thank Anthony Moreland for really helping us out with this page. So also in files, we've got a lot of things. Transformation daily tracking, Restorix fact sheet, Blue Frog fact sheet. We're going to continue to add guides and fact sheets to this page. Discussions goes back to the different transformations. So I want to step you through this. The minute, well, I'll leave that for Kristal to talk about how to add people to the page. There's a video that's tagged in this page. I'll just go ahead and say it. Anytime you add a prospect to this page and you add them to the page, and we're going to show you an easy way to add people at the end of this live. Go into Dr. Ginger Decker's video here and tag them. As you can see, we got 451 comments. If we were to click on those comments, you're going to see how people are adding their prospects. See how Valerie Randall Hines says, Linda, start here. This is a basic overview of some of the main products that we carry. So we're adding them and then tagging them and saying, start here, watch this video, and we give them a foundation right there. And then we tag them in a few transformational stories that they can relate to. Now we're going to move over to transformational lifestyles. It's the same page, but it's geared to the business. It's geared to the business. So in this page, we've got where we're adding them to Todd Rowland's video. We're also going to put up a video that Kristal Vance recently did, so that if you want a perspective from a female, there you can do it. And you can add your people into this page, and then you can tag them and say, start here by watching this video. We will have Kristal Vance's video added hopefully tonight inside of this page. Now, inside of this page, as we scroll through it, you're going to see that we're giving out transformations, okay? We're giving out and we're sharing our story. Kristal Vance is coming live every Wednesday. And I'm sorry, she's coming live. I believe that's Thursday, where she's doing live videos inside of this page. But we're going to scroll through. I want to find a transformation. Okay, Peggy Epinett talks about our story. She talks about what she did with her home-based business. I love this, but this is an opportunity that if her story relates to one of your prospects, you can tag them in this. It's a great way to warm your prospects up. It's a great tool to use. So I want to go out of that and look at everybody real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to the units section of this page. When we go to the units section, you're going to find videos. You're going to find corporate videos. You're going to find Tim Sales videos of why he chose RX. You're going to find compensation plans through here. You're going to find why New Age RX, why now, a house of brands. There's so many things. There's actually some things in Spanish in here for you to grab. We're going to continue bringing new things to the unit section. Okay, we're going to move back to you. So here's the thing I want you to understand. These two groups are only as good as we make them, because what we need in those two groups are you. They're you. They're you posting your results. They're you out there posting your transformation story in Transformation Health Styles, or your transformation story in Transformation Lifestyles. Maybe it's that you took your AOR dollars and you went on a trip, or you got a hotel room, or maybe it's that you were able to buy a car with the money you're making in the company. Or maybe it's that you lost 20 pounds or 15 pounds or 5 pounds, and you're sharing that goal, or you've got more energy today. It's you telling stories that the world can relate to. And here's the beauty. Once you put them in this page, they're forever and always inside of this page, so you can always utilize them. Not only can you utilize them, but everybody else can as well. So what we need is this week, we need you to help us and your team to help us flood these pages with transformational stories. So in saying that, I'm going to bring on two ladies right now and let them tag team. We're going to bring them on. And that is Kristal Vance out of Florida, Ashley Paulsen out of Colorado. And they are absolutely like crushing their business right now personally, from a personal enrollment standpoint of customers and brand partners, because of these two groups. And so, Dr. Kristal Vance, thanks for being here. We'll see if we can't get Ashley added in just a second. Yeah. But I kind of want to turn it to you. I mean, y'all are exploding your groups. Can you share, why? I know this started from the Destiny event. Y'all kind of come out of that event and just made a pact to utilize these groups, but you've learned a lot through the process. So what can we learn from you tonight?
Yeah, well, one of the things about this is there are other companies. Okay, right? Did you guys know that there's other companies? There's other companies, and they're having massive success and massive momentum, and we have better, that's my opinion, but we have better stuff. We have better leaders. We have a better company. And what is getting right as this is rolling out, remember, we're a startup company. As this is rolling out, if we can just incorporate some key systems into place, we're going to smoke the competition. Like, it's not a competition. It's not even fair, actually, but that's okay. So we need something simple. And that is what was created with these two groups. We talk about going around the bases. And how do you go around the base on using social media? And if we're social marketing, then we should we should market socially. So how do you do that? And this is the perfect way to stay on social media while marketing. So I'm gonna tell you, I learned by failing, right? We all do. That's how we succeed, is we just have failed more times. And so this just happened to me. And even though I'm doing this, I wasn't doing it effectively. Now I'm still having success, but I could be more successful, okay? So I have this guy, right? We all have that guy. I got this guy that I have been pumping the pump with for weeks, actually months, okay? And it has to, I'm not going to say his name because he'll see this video and he'll be like, really? So I've been pumping the pump. It's all of the things that I normally do just aren't moving him. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm digging in. And all of a sudden I see him. I had added him to Transformation Health Styles page. Like I've been doing, right? I have a contact. Hey, what are you doing? What am I doing? Oh my gosh, I'm building online health and wellness community. I'd love to add you to the page. You want to look in? Yeah, that's great. I'll gladly check that out. Okay, great. I sent him the link. I invited him as well. I'm going to show you how to do that, right? We invite him from inside. It says invite. I send him the link as well. And I tell him to click on the link. He clicks on the link. He's in the group. I went and I tagged him, right? I tagged him in some posts that I thought he would relate to. I've been checking back and forth with him, communicating. Nothing's moving. And all of a sudden I see him add a friend. And I'm like, he's not a customer. He's not a brand partner. And he added somebody to the group. That's what this group is all about. These groups work for you. They are word of mouth marketing. And that's how our company will grow. Now, here's the thing. I reached out to him and I'm like, hey, thank you for adding your friend to the group. And he's like, yeah, I was telling her about one of those products that I saw in there and she got really excited about it. I wanted her at it. She's from Colombia. She's wondering if she could make money with this. I messed up. I never added him to the lifestyles page. So new rule, okay? I'm going to share my screen with you guys. New rule. When you share, can you guys see this? Can you see that? When you share the link, keep it in Messenger if you can. Why? Because it pops up this pretty branding that Andrea Rosser is so amazing and it looks appealing, way more appealing than what your phone sends. So if you can send it from Messenger, we're social marketers, keep it in Messenger. Now, can you use your phone? Yes. Now, if you are going to individually put these in there, you want to put product first because it's going to pop up the picture of the product, right? We don't want to spook them, right? We don't want them to freak because you sent them the business page first and they're like, oh, I don't want anything to do with a business. So send them the product link first and it'll pull up the health styles picture. See where it says that? Join us on a health revolution with powerful products, information, and motivation. Wouldn't you want to be a part of that? Okay. So I sent Ashley this link. All right. That's step one. Send them both the links because we're nosy by nature. We're going to click the business link even if we don't. Now, if I've invited you, it automatically adds you to the page. They don't have to go add themselves. Yay! So that's so important.
So can I stop you just a second?
Yep.
Kristal, how can we get this, how can we get this out to everybody? Is that something that they have to do, or is it something we can?
So Andrea just put it in the chats where the link you can copy in the chat and click paste. So right click to copy it. And then I'm going to show you, hold on, Brent's ahead of me. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, you're perfect. Tip. This is what I would say. Create a place on your phone where you save that blurb. So for a long time, I just used the notes section in my phone. And I would click over into notes. I would write copy, select or select all, copy it. And then I would go and paste it. That's really easy too. So that's something simple. Or, right? Or you can download an app. I have been using Wordboard and I love it. I love it. Like during the Eric Worre thing, Jesse Lee had me adding stuff to my keyboard and I would type one thing for a message and it would put this whole blurb in. I was like so frustrated. I was like, I'm not doing that. Wordboard is amazing. It creates a new keyboard in your phone. And so you just touch, like down at the bottom, you touch the picture of the globe and you hit the globe and it pops open everything that you've saved in there. I click it and it just puts it right in there for me. So the other, it's called Lazy Board for the Samsung users. So if you don't want to be lazy, you should come over to Apple. I'm just saying, Ashley Paulsen. But it allows you to save canned things in there. I saved the link for Todd Rowland's video in there. I saved the link for my video in there. Anything that I am sending continually, I save that because why keep having to type it in, guys? Okay, so it's so important that you invite them and you send them this, those two things. So step one, send them both the links. Step two, my picture is covered by the screen. Okay, it's okay. Okay, you can see here. See this little blurb? I saved this blurb too. Now you can make your own blurb, right? This is a lot of exclamation marks for some of you. Ronnie Blakely is probably not using this many exclamation marks in his comment, but this is my personality, right? So when they receive this, they're like, oh, that's totally Kristal, right? Now that you have the links, I'm instructing them what to do. It's a plan of action, just like a call of action, just like we do with anything. Now that you have the links, click on both of them. When you do, send me back a message right away and I'll tag you in a couple posts I think you'll relate to. And then I add this. The first thing I would do is click the word announcements at the top of the page. And then I let them know I'm setting up the next event. You're always ending with the next event. I'll check back with you soon. You could say, I'll check back with you in a couple hours. I'll check back with you tomorrow. You can be as specific as you want, okay? So you're inviting them to both pages. You're sending them the link to both pages. As soon as they let you know, you go and tag. Sometimes they don't let you know. So you just have to go look and see if they've been added. And then you go tag them in some posts. And now you have to follow up with them. So I'm going to let Ashley come in because something
Hey, Kristal,
yeah.
Can you go back one step, back to the previous page? All right. Thank you. And then I'm taking a picture of that and then the next page. And then thank you. Perfect. Okay.
Okay, now Ash, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Oh, I can't. How do I get out of this? Okay, I got out. Yay. Okay, hold on. Stop. Woo, I found you. Okay. So Ashley is really, really good at this, and I'm going to just pass it over to you. So you guys know how to invite. You send them the links. You send them a plan, an action. And now Ashley, you're making it successful from that point. What are you doing?
So can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. So I absolutely love these groups because it's another tool for us, right? It's no different than a video. It's no different than a Zoom. It's no different than a three-way call. It's a tool in our toolbox. And I think that's really, really important for all of us to realize that it is so simple to send that message and click invite, because they're going to do their research anyway, right? You're going to tag them in a few posts, but they're going to do their research anyway. So why not have them do their research in success? See other testimonies, see other things that are happening within our company. But follow up is so, so important. It's no different than a message. It's no different than a three-way call. It's no different than a text or a Zoom or anything you're doing. What are you doing to follow up? And I think Kristal hit it nail on the head. Like, set the next follow up. I'm going to add you to these few groups. I'll check back with you in a day. I'll check back with you tomorrow. I'll check back with you, because a lot of times we add them to these groups, but it's like, what's the next step, right? Let them go in there and do their research, but then how are you using that to your advantage in your business? And so always, 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 it doesn't matter what tool you're using, always set up the next follow-up. And it's so important to always do that. Like I said, these tools do the work for themselves, right? It has the videos. When you tag them in Transformation Lifestyles, it has a Todd Rowland video. What do we play in our Zooms? The Todd Rowland video. What are they going to see in that page? Testimonies of the business. It's no different than playing the Todd Rowland or the Kristal Vance video when we're doing Zooms. And so it's like, treat this the same way that you're treating your Zooms, but what are you doing for the next step? What are you doing for your follow-up? Don't just add a whole bunch of people and be like, oh, hopefully they, go and do their research. And, that's our responsibility as a business owner, right? But also just a reminder of adding people they know they're coming into the groups. That's what adds value to this group. That's what adds values to both.
I think we lost her. She's frozen. She'll unfreeze, but you froze up for a second. It's okay.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now? Sorry.
So
Sorry.
You said that's what adds value.
Right. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're adding value, but how are we adding value, right? We're tagging them, we're following up with them, but make sure that you're adding value when you bring them into the group. You're not adding value when you share out of the group. The whole point is to get them in so they see a whole bunch of different testimonies, a whole bunch of different transformations, a whole bunch of different business lifestyles that are happening, right? Absolutely. So yeah, it's huge.
It's funny that you said that, because this really is like, Tonya, you set us up perfectly where you're like horse and buggy, and now here we are, and we necessarily don't want to go back. Like, I want to tell you, do I love parties? There's some people who want to build their business that way and have at it. But I put a lot of miles on my car. I spent a lot of time doing parties, and I loved them. I met amazing people. But right now in this climate, right, we're just getting to where you can do smaller parties, and some states are more acceptable than other states, and blah de blah de blah. But you have to admit that right now people are more willing to be added to a page than to come to your house. I mean, really. Like, this is cool that we literally get to have a party inside of that group. And if you'll treat it like they just walked through your front door, and you're sitting them down on the couch, and you're like, here, I get to plug and play all the pieces I want you to see. And then you're coming back like, where is your closing it out? Like, hey, you got to see everything. I'm glad you're loving it. Is there anything that sparked your interest so far? Because if you don't follow up, they're not going to necessarily tell you. Look what happened to me with Raphael. He was looking at it. Oh, I said his name. Hi, Raphael. Look what happened to me with Raphael. And yet I totally set him up for success, even by just placing him in the group. He said, well, that was easy. He added a friend into the group. I just happened, thank you, Lord, to see that something needed approved, and I saw who added it. And I was like, oh no, I did that. So in here, your customers could be getting customers. And then you could then turn around and say, I can offer you a way to create income, or I would love to offer you this for bringing that customer to me. Why does everybody have to be a brand partner? Why are we cramming it down their throat? We're in business. What business do you know is successful that doesn't have customers? It's okay to have customers, people. Love on them, like entice them, give them, like if we're having a discount or a sale on an item, loyalty shopping right now, you get it 50% off. What if you ordered it in and you got it to your customer? Hey, I can get you that for 50% off. Serve them, and I promise you that connection you create with them will move them along, and they're like, well, this is simple. I like this. It's kind of fun.
I love that. I love that. And we were talking earlier, Ashley, Kristal, the two things you brought up earlier, one was from Ashley. Ashley said that one of the things we all can really help with inside of the groups is commenting on each other's post, like actually going in the comments and being a community of people that are just congratulations, great job, because it's going to boost the algorithm. But it makes that prospect, when they come in there and look inside of the groups, they're seeing all this engagement. They're seeing all this community of people embracing each other, and it's going to add so much value. Ashley, anything you want to add on that?
I mean, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Sorry. I think it's just important for us to support one another, period, right? Celebrate each other's successes, but when it's in a group like that, it boosts the algorithm so it goes to the top. It boosts and shows that people are supporting you. You know, it's huge when you go in and support one another, not just for the person just posting it, but congratulations, Brent Palmer, you lost 12 pounds. Like, that feels good to the person posting it, let alone the guest coming in there and being like, Brent Palmer's been on the transformation throwdown for 3 weeks and he's already lost 12 pounds. What? You know,
He hasn't.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I can.
sorry. But support one another, just period. I think that's, you know, leading with love. It goes back to leading with love, supporting one another. But also, like I said, it also boosts the algorithm and shows how many active people are in that group. And so I think that's such a huge key piece of that group being successful for all of us, honestly.
I love that, Ashley. Thank you for that reminder on that. And then Kristal, you said something, I want to bring it back to you, and thank you both for doing this tonight. But so once they're in the group, I've tagged them in things, but then you talked about messaging them outside of the group, going back to instant messenger and leaving them a video or leaving them a voice recording. How instrumental is that, Kristal, in what you're doing?
It's massive. And so something that I have been really trying to focus on is when I'm communicating with team members, like, because I'm not in their house knowing the color of their carpet. I want them to hear my voice. I want them to see my face. Like, I know Brent is like, ladies, stop FaceTiming me, but it's important because it's connection. Right? He's like, all these women, they want to connect, but it's where, like, you're like, we don't care what you look like, and neither does your other person. That's the realness of it. That is that you're building a friendship, right? You're right, Tammy, when we call each other and our hair is all crazy and we have no makeup, and that's when you know you have a real friend. if I don't answer your call because I have to go get perfect. So don't be afraid to be real with people. Shoot the videos. That's your chance to get good, to be able to go on to do a live on Facebook. When you get used to talking and being authentic, and if you're doing it all the time as a message, you'll get better at it for your lives. But maybe you need to start with the voice recording. Let them hear your music, right? We were mentored, we were trained. Let them hear the music in your voice. Let them hear that you really care about them. This is the belly to belly in social marketing. You can't leave it out. You can't leave it out.
I love it. I mean, so many great points tonight. And Kristal, if you could screen share the last thing. If you're here tonight, you're watching this recording, you're coming back in, you have to have this tool. You have to be taking pictures of this with your phone right now, like of these 3 slides, because they're going to help you build a business. Like this product page, and again, it's in the chats. We'll put it back up in the chats for you, but you got to have this link. Save it into your notes in your phone. Save it over into your Facebook Messenger so you can work that. That way, like Kristal said, you're not just adding them to one, you're adding them to both. And then once you add them, take a picture of this. Take a picture of what Dr. Kristal Vance said when she sent this link. And then once you've got that, then remember, once they've added their self, then tag them in the areas. Start here. Here's a couple of transformations that I think you can see value in. And then message them outside of the page with a voice recording, with a video, and start that belly to belly social marketing interaction that Dr. Kristal Vance is talking about and Ashley's talking about. And that's going to be your key to moving into the new era. These are huge tools for you to use. Let's scope out to everybody as we end tonight. Again, Dr. Kristal Vance, thank you for your time. As always, Ashley Paulsen, Andrea Ross, or Anthony Moore, and I could go on and on with people that's helping out. And all of you, like these 2 groups are you. Everybody that's on here tonight, these are your groups. You're the one that makes up the groups. You're the one that's adding value to the groups. And this is something that will follow you for years to come. And I want to end tonight. We're going to move out to everybody if we can. Hopefully I can see everybody. Can you see me okay, Dr. Kristal Vance?
Yes.
Thank you for your time. I want to end tonight with this. Couple of things, okay? Number 1, I want to remind everybody to check probiotics. I just had an announcement sent by Rick Redford. If you didn't order probiotics, you should. You can get 2 bottles at half off. So if you did not know that, know it's in your back office, okay? Somewhere, you go check it out, okay? He just said 2 bottles for half off. So, and if you're not taking the probiotics, oh my goodness. It's amazing, the probiotics we got. So registering for Destiny event, if you're somebody on here right now and you have not got your ticket for the Destiny event, we're going to put it in the chats. We've got very few seats left. Probably, I don't know, midweek, I would say. I would probably look for those tickets to be sold out. If you don't have your tickets, you can get them right there for the Destiny event. This event's going to be incredible. The things that will be laid out at the event. And then I got a couple of assignments I want you to write down. And we'll put these, okay? Think about this week. Going into this week, send the message that includes both groups to 4 people each day. Remember how I started this? What if you had a big vision in 2021 that you launched a campaign to get this out to 50,000 people? I'm talking about this tool. And out of that, what if only 10% clicked? They only clicked and went into the group. That's 5,000 people. And then out of those 5,000 people, what if only 10% actually ordered something? This is a very low number I'm giving you. That's 500 new people in the course of this year coming into your business. What if you get your team doing that? Again, it goes back to tool and it goes back to duplication. And what we gave you tonight, an 8-year-old could do. So make a goal, play a game with yourself, 4 people a day. 4 people a day. The reason we pick 4 is it just goes along with our 4 theme, right? Get in, get forward, right? Go, do this 4 times a day. Your business will thank you for it, or you will thank your business for it when people start enrolling. Now, the other thing, take time this week to create a post in both transformational health styles and transformational lifestyles. I'm just going to say it. I don't know how, but to keep it real. Don't be somebody that uses the group and don't add value in the group. Okay? You can do your part, and we need you to do your part. How do you do that? By you adding, right? By you adding your transformation, by you helping your team add their transformation. The more you add value in those 2 groups, so make it a point this week, add something in transformational health styles, add something in transformational lifestyles. And then the last thing is, think about this. Raise your hand if you've added somebody in one of the 2 pages. Raise your hand. We all have. Okay, now you don't have to raise your hand on this. If you have not so you added them and you tagged them, you did that right. But if you haven't went outside of the page and started a dialogue with them in the messenger through video or through a voicemail, do that this week with the people that you've added. That is the missing link that Dr. Kristal Vance is telling you about. That's the conversion. That is something, it's called add, tag, and then message them. Okay? You got to create that dialogue on the other side of the page. And that will land more customers and brand partners for you and your team. I'm going to end tonight by saying this as we end. Here's why we're doing this. Because right now, I'm out in the field, as well as many of you, and we're enrolling people. Just go look at, New Age RX Nation and all the people that's enrolling right now. It's because we've got everything that people want. When they see the whole story, when they see what we got everything that people want around the world. And they don't know who we are. So why do we come on so passionately on a Sunday night, talking to you, telling you, coaching you, training you? Because we know that we've got everything that people want, and we want you to have the tools you need to go out and give to the people around you. That's it. Juanita Fitzpatrick is not in my business, but I sure want to see her business blow up. I want to see people's lives blessed because she showed up and shared this with them. Why? Because we got everything people want. Know that when you lay your head down tonight. Know that you got what they need. And now we've got a tool that we can offer up to them. And not everybody will accept it, but that's not up to you. Here's what's up to you. How many are you going to play a game with yourself on getting the word out to? That an 8-year-old can do. Thank you for being on tonight. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us. We truly are at the right place at the right time, and we're making a difference in the world. We love you guys. Grateful for you. We'll see you back next week. God bless.